welcome. Hi, guys. This is my second day in a row on YouTube, and I'm trying to, and on Instagram. Yes, okay. I think I'm trying to straighten up. You know, it's a mirror of yourself when you join, when you finally go live. Anyway, thank you for joining. And in case you don't know, let me introduce myself. My name is Denise Marcel. I am the founder of Denise Marcel Beauty, and now I help beauty professionals over 40 design strategic workflows with using AI and also consistent sequential content for their business. It helps their business run more efficiently. It helps their business run smoothly and more effectively. And it's a very good way to communicate to your clients as well as your audience, potential clients. So I'm going to go over some topics. This is topic number 2. The real reason we feel overwhelmed when we're trying to run our business. First, let me let you know it's not a lack of skill. I have my notes right here, guys, because I'm always nervous and I just want to be able to stay on topic and my bullet points. So it's not lack of skill. It's doing everything manual. And the reason why I like to come on it and I have my bullet points because these are things that I myself experience. Like doing everything manually after doing a long day of work, being behind the chair for hours upon hours. Then afterwards you want to make sure you send your thank yous. You want to make sure you follow up with your your tips. You want to make sure that they reschedule. So you might have a client who may not, they left without rescheduling, and you always want to pre-book before they leave, but sometimes it just don't work like that. Or sometimes if you, like, I'm in the lash industry, so my content is my aftercare messages is always about how to care for your lashes. Make sure you schedule your next appointment, and most of all, thank them for coming. You always want to thank them for coming because they are supporting your business and you are appreciative of that. At least I am. So um if you're in the auto industry, you might want to send my collar's up. You might want to send a thank you along with a card tip. Oh, first, before you go to the card tip, you want to also state the service they had done. So, you know, AI developing these workflow strategies is good if you are in the service industry business. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Service industry. Um, so you might, if you're an auto repair, you want to thank them for coming. You also want to state what they had done, because if you know when you have a car and maybe at some point in time you want to get rid of it, or you just need to keep track of the work that it has done, you want to put that on that aftercare instruction or aftercare note. For auto industry, I'll call it an aftercare note. And also for the auto industry, you might want to send them a reminder as to when they should come in, just for maintenance, not necessarily for a service, but for a maintenance that may turn into a service. So all these things that you do help with client retention or customer retention as well. Not only that, when you show them like personal care, even though it's through AI, it's really in your voice, it's how you speak, it's in your tone and your brand. It shows that you care. And people love when you give them that extra attention after they leave the salon or the auto repair, or if they've had work done in their house. They always really appreciate the aftercare, the personal touch that you can offer them. But don't forget, we offering it to them through AI. Okay? So this helps repeating the same DMs, captions for aftercare daily. That's what we just talked about. A mental fatigue equal inconsistent marketing. How many times through the years, I'm literally talking about through the years, the inconsistency of me trying to create content for my page or for my Facebook, for my Instagram. And you know, they have all come a long way. My assistant and I, hi Bim, shout out to Bim. We use AI to help with our marketing, which also is included in what I like to call consistent sequential content. And the reason why I like to call it sequential, because it's a flow. It's a part of a workflow too, even though it's in marketing. It's the flow. You just don't want to, and I'm guilty of this. That's why I can speak so well to it. I've been in business for 25 years or more, really longer, but been doing lashes for about the last 17. I can speak to this. That's why I feel like I have something I can share and help everybody with in the beauty industry or in the service industry. You're so overwhelmed by everything. You want to do you want to create content for your Instagram. We'll just stick with Instagram and YouTube. We're on YouTube and YouTube. So, you know, how many times did you wake up and you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a post for a new lash set. We're going to do a new lash set, half price for the holiday, or half price for mother and daughters, right? You wake up with the thought, but by the time after work comes, you are fatigued. You do not feel like putting the words together at all to send out, even in an email blast, right? Because when you do an email blast, don't forget this is a part of the workflow. When you do an email blast, not only are you sending it to your existing clients, you want them to then forward it to someone who's new, especially the mother daughters, because the mom might come who may bring the daughter may come who may bring the mother, but you're so tired you can't even remember any of that. You just want to get done, get home, get in the bed, and do the same thing all over again. Oh, and by the way, did I tell you, when you are using AI workflows, it helps you gain 5 to 10 hours a week in time. And who don't want more time with their loved ones, with their family, with their pets, even though my pet not feeling good today. He's sleeping. Anyway, it helps you get more time back to yourself. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this information, because these are things that we have used. And I'm sharing the experience that I have had incorporating AI. Sorry, my collar keep popping up and I just can't stand it. Either it's up or down, right? So anyway, we have, you know, at the end of the day, we feel overwhelmed because of the inconsistent marketing piece. But when you're using AI to create that marketing, it makes it sequential, it makes it make sense. And once you develop that rapport with AI, it speaks in your brand voice. It asks you questions. If it gives you information that you don't like, if it gives you a workflow that you don't like for your marketing, you can go back and readjust it. So it's really in your voice, in your brand voice, in your personality. I know one time I was drafting something and it asked the question, do you want this to be professional, fun loving, professional? Or if you don't know how to choose it, you can even go into AI and ask it, what's your thoughts? This is my client. My clients are between the ages of 30 to 60, or really my clients, they're like 30 to 90. Shout out to Miss Lake, who just passed away. She was 97 years old. She was a client up until she was 80, and then she moved away. So I loved her. Anyway, yes. Anyway, so you can even go into AI and say, hey, you know, this is my demographic. These are my clients. This is the kind lines of work that they do. You could be so specific. That's why AI is so great, because you could be so specific and ask, like, okay, how do you think I should position it? Should it be ultra professional? Should it be fun loving? Should it be soft? Should it be hard? Should it be demand? Like, you can ask it a lot of questions once you develop that rapport. So, yes, that is one of the reasons we feel overwhelmed too, because we have to come up with the marketing ideas. But again, when we incorporate AI and we give it information, it helps us develop a really good marketing plan. AI creates systems, not shortcuts. Okay, so with that being said, it creates systems. So you have to put in some work. Yes, you have to put in some work. You just can't go in and just say do ABC and it's gonna come out CBA. You have to be really, really specific and let AI know what you want. And the system could be, let's talk about inventory. If you are in a service industry business, inventory is something that you need. So you could put in a system that counts your inventory, let you know when it's down low. You can put in a system that let you know, okay, I haven't seen this client, and how many clients have I not seen in, say, you know, we used to try to get our clients to come in every 2 to 3 weeks. So if you were in your fourth or fifth week, you could extract those clients that haven't been and send them a personal message. Now, there are certain AI programs you have to incorporate with that, but that's a system. You could also have a system when you're doing your bookkeeping. Yes, I do use an accountant. I don't use AI so much for that, but at some point in time we will incorporate it. But you can use AI to help you create a budget. You could tell AI, okay, this is how much I make. This is, you can even ask it, you can even tell it, I need to make ABC, or we'll go with a number. I use letters. We should go with a number. I need to make 500 as opposed to 250. How can I do that? Here are my clients. These are the services I offer. Which way is best for me to increase my revenue? It may even say you might want to add products. It may even say you might want to add another service. I know when I worked for a Ratner company in Virginia, and we went to a workshop, and the lady simply said, by adding a $15 at the time, many years ago, a $15 brow service could increase your book by thousands by the end of the year. So that would be tacking on a $15 service. Just like that one, I forgot the name of the lady. They had us go to a very expensive workshop, which was helpful actually at the time. Just like she shared that information, you could go into AI and not have to pay. With my company paid $500 per person to go to this workshop, and it was like 500 of us. Okay, so now 22 years later, you have AI, and you could just put into AI, okay, this is what I offer. I need to increase my revenue. Here's what we spend. You want to be so specific in what you're doing and how to save money, how to save and create more revenue for your business. Okay, so there's no shortcuts to that. There's no shortcuts. With the right information, AI is going to give you the correct system to use. Okay, guys, so if you want to join me on April the 12th, it'll be my first Zoom. It's a free workshop. Comment assistant if you are on Instagram. If you are on YouTube, please go into my description and click on the link in the description, and it'll give you a form to register for my upcoming Zoom workshop to be held on April the 12th at 7 p.m. So I am looking forward to seeing you there. Be there, be square. No, that's so corny. So corny, right? So I am looking forward to seeing you there, and I will be back on to invite more people. Hey, Lifestyle by Marcia, how are you? Thank you for coming on. Produced by Cheryl. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes, guys, come on. Hey, Ben Bum, how are you? So yes, so join me Sunday, April the 12th at 7 p.m. and we're going to do a whole workshop on how to use AI in your business. All right, thank you for joining me. Bye for now.